Rockets are undoubtedly one of humanity's most amazing achievements, able to output incredible amounts of power in a very short time, and responsible for some of our greatest achievements.
Okay, that's good.
But what makes a rocket a rocket? And what are the fundamental principles under which they operate? That's what this video aims to help you understand. When I jump, I'm able to lift above the surface of the Earth for a short time. By pushing against the ground, I am able to create a force which accelerates me upward. However, the part that most people don't realize is that as I push against the ground pushes against me equally as hard. But the Earth, being much more massive than me, doesn't move much, whereas I move a lot. This is known as Newton's third law of motion. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Now, let me ask you a question. When a rocket lifts off of the ground, what is the rocket pushing off of? Is it pushing off of the ground? The air? The answer is actually it pushes off of the fuel it carries with it. To help visualize this a little bit better, let me give you a demonstration that involves me standing on a skateboard. Let's imagine that the skateboard is the rocket that we want to move, and my body is the fuel that this rocket carries. Keep in mind Newton's third law. As you can see, as I jumped off the skateboard was pushed in the opposite direction. Even though I was not making direct contact with the ground, and I did not impart a force on the ground, I was still able to get the skateboard to move. Because of Newton's third law, as I jump in a particular direction, I will impart an equal force in the opposite direction. This opposite force is what moves the skateboard. Let's repeat the experiment, but instead I will jump off a little bit faster. As you can see, the faster that I jump off the skateboard, the faster the skateboard will move in the opposite direction. This is the general principle of how rockets operate. By reacting a fuel and oxidizer together in a chamber, extremely high pressures are created. By creating a hole in the chamber, and by creating a narrow throat which expands outwards, you allow the exhaust to escape at supersonic speeds. And as we learned in the previous experiment, the faster we can throw our propellant, the faster we can move in the opposite direction. Now, you might be wondering, why does any of this matter? Rockets are responsible for many great things in our daily life, such as satellite communications, climate and weather monitoring, and of course scientific endeavors. This is why it's so crucial that we continue to develop new rocket and spaceflight technologies. The past few years have seen some of the most exciting developments in rocketry and spaceflight since the 1960s. With NASA building and testing hardware for the Artemis program, NASA's newest lunar endeavor, as well as an array of exciting private companies who are looking to change the game. This is why I, for one, am excited for our future. Not only our future in spaceflight, but our future as a species. I'd like to contribute to that future. I plan on helping by getting a degree in aerospace engineering at Missouri S&T and then going on to work for an aerospace company that is pushing the boundaries of engineering. Thank you all so much for watching my video, and I'll see you all in the next one.